Yeah, so as you said, this is my first time, and probably will be my last time performing stand-up comedy, just because I lost my fantasy football league last year, and that's the only reason I'm up here. So if anyone gives a congratulations to the champion for giving me this punishment, and also tell him he's number one in another way real quick. But yeah, so I'm not a comic. I don't have a fucking funny bone in my body. So I was just trying to think of something that I could tell you guys, so this was at least just a miserable 5 minutes for just me and not for everyone else here. And just came up with my college drinking story that I've told a few people around here. So yeah, I guess we'll get started. So junior year, spring semester, final day of finals. Should be a really good day. I have a final at noon, final at 6 o'clock. Is this really helping? Can I just?
You gotta.
Yeah, don't use it.
You gotta
put it out.
I've got enough of good use.
Yeah, that's okay. Be a professional.
Fine. So yeah, last day of finals. I've got a noon final and 6 o'clock presentation final over at IUSB. Get done with the first final at 12:30. Knocked it out super quick. Decided, we could go for a few beers before I go to my presentation final. Really smart decision. And so I go down to the open bucket and order myself a pitcher of beer and a burger. And just hang out, have a good time. End up texting a few of the people in the class and say, hey, if you guys want to come out for a beer, come on down, should be a good time. Get done with that first pitcher, decide, you know what, why not? We'll order a second pitcher. And about halfway through that pitcher, a few of my friends start coming in, we start having some good conversation. Get done with that second pitcher, and it's about at that point, I think, yeah, I can go for another pitcher, why not? First red flag, I'm a lightweight. 2 pitchers, I should be fucking dead at this point. But for some reason I felt good, so I was like, I'll get another pitcher. Second red flag was the waitress, who looked at me and said, you sure about that? Ended up getting it anyway, and about this point, the rest of the classmates finally come in, we're all having a good time, and my buddy Sam says, you know what, Andrew, you know what you need? You need a shot of tequila.
Hell yeah.
No, not hell yeah. But at the time I said hell yeah. So, along with the 3 pitchers, I also took this shot of tequila, and as soon as that tequila hit my stomach, every ounce of alcohol I had in the last 5 years hit my system immediately. And I went from a little buzz and feeling pretty good to just bumbling fuck drunk at open bucket. They end up carrying me up the stairs, throw me in a car, take me down to IUSB for this class, and like I said, 6 p.m. final, presentation final. It's about 5:30 at this point, and I'm not coherent whatsoever. So, get to the common area, I'm just drunk, sweaty, about ready to pass out. It's not a good time. Think I'm gonna sleep it off? I don't. Feel a little slap on my cheeks, and they pull me into the classroom. I'm just kind of sitting there, and at this point, everyone knows what's going on. Everyone knows I'm way too drunk to give a presentation, but as soon as the teacher gets up and says, all right, who's ready to give their presentation? Everyone goes, Andrew is! So, yeah, I get up somehow. And what I feel was me walking up very nicely, getting my USB drive right in the computer, get my password typed in right the first time, was instead about 3 minutes of me fumbling my way up to the computer, about 10 tries at the USB, and about 50 tries at my password. But we get there, we get it done, hit enter, see the login, turn to the class, and proceed to just exorcist-style projectile vomit everywhere in front of the class. Computers destroyed, desks are destroyed. I'm fucking covered. But real quick, the professor just goes, all right, everyone email me your presentations. Go ahead and get going. Have a good summer. What followed was me not knowing where the fuck I was, but immediately sober at that point. And next thing I know, a roll of paper towels gets thrown at me and a trash bag just like that back there. And they go, just clean up as much as you can. So I take my shirt, throw it in, I start wiping up as much as I can. Someone drags me out, throws me in the back of their car, and takes off with me. And what I learned later is the professor and one of the other students they threw everything away. Computer, if there was like a floor mat that was damaged, they chucked that, and they broke into the supply closet, got all the disinfectant and everything, just like power cleaned that entire area. But I got sobered up, got to my car later on, drove home and slept it off. But the next morning, obviously I'm fucking panic stricken. I'm just expecting the worst expulsion. I'm getting that email here in the next few hours, and 3 years of college down the drain and just absolutely nothing to show for it. So I just do the only thing I can think to do, and email my professor saying, sorry, this was completely unprofessional. This shouldn't have happened. I won't let that happen again. And thankfully, the email I got back was, don't worry, everyone gets sun poisoning sometimes. And also an A on the test. Yeah, that's about all I got. Thank you, DIY, for putting this on. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. Hope you had a good time, and enjoy the rest of the comics.